WAAY 31's Nicole Zedek joins us now. She spoke to the sergeant who overlooks all of the school resource officers for Madison Police. And Nicole, what was his reaction to seeing the news out of Texas?
Dan, it's a scene that they're trained to handle, but obviously never want to see unfold. I mean, just think of the weight that these officers take on. They're tasked with guarding an entire school building like this one behind me, from perimeter to perimeter, one person looking after hundreds, sometimes thousands of kids. And the officer I spoke with, he's been working with schools for over a decade now, and he says those kids, they become almost like an extension of your family. So when a tragedy happens, it really hits close to home.
They feel part of the school. They are an extension of the school.
Keeping students and teachers safe. That's the goal for the 8 school resource officers who partner with the Madison City school system, a job that carries a lot of weight.
If something bad happens to a kid, it's almost as if something bad happened to their family.
The gut-wrenching scene out of Texas has officers here in Alabama keeping a close eye on their school children.
You know, watching the news that something bad could potentially happen anywhere in the U.S., in any city. You know, it's nice that morning to see that there's a police car driving around.
Increased police presence can ward off some threats, but if someone with a weapon and violent intentions is determined to hurt someone, they can cause mass destruction in less than 15 seconds.
Even having an SRO present in the school, it doesn't necessarily stop a tragedy like this. So that's why I want to emphasize that it is a partnership with the school.
Partnering with school systems to have safety protocols in place so everyone can jump into action if needed.
We have regular drills to make sure that schools are prepared if there's an active shooter or someone comes on campus with a weapon.
Although there are safety measures in place, State Superintendent Dr. Eric Mackey says there's no statewide solution to protecting our kids because not all schools look the same.
It really kind of depends on what your community looks like, what your school building looks like, what security measures need to be put in place.
Do you think a solution to help ending some of this violence would be to have an SRO at every school across the nation?
Sure, you know, in a perfect world, you'd have an armed police officer trained, specially trained in every school across America.
Madison City Schools does not currently have an SRO at every school, but they say it is something that they're looking into. Currently, they have 2 at every high school, 1 at each middle school, and 2 that patrol all of the elementary schools. Reporting live in Madison, Nicole Zedek, WAAY 31 News.